Hello, and this is Charlene from Group Uranus. So our group members are Niranjana, Eugene, Singhan, and Tingyu, and lastly me, Charlene. All right. So for today's agenda, I will be introducing the group members, which I did just now, and our two entrepreneurs that our group chose, which is Steve Jobs and Jack Ma. So, right, this is the two entrepreneurs that my group have chose. The first one on the very top left is Steve Jobs, and the bottom right is Jack Ma. So let me elaborate more about these two people. So Steve Jobs is an American entrepreneur, and he is also a very famous investor. And as we all know, I think everyone knows that, but he was the founder of Apple, but sadly he passed away a few years back. And for our second entrepreneur is Jack Ma. He's a Chinese business tycoon and investor, Jack Ma Yun. He co-founded and served as the executive chairman of the global technology firm Alibaba Group. In Mandarin, it's Alibaba, right? Taobao. Additionally, he was a founding partner of the Chinese private equity firm Yunfeng Capital, and Jack Ma is a fervent supporter of a free market economy. All right, so let me elaborate more about the first entrepreneur that we chose. It is Steve Jobs. So, this leadership style that Steve Jobs has is autocratic. So, what is autocratic? So, let me elaborate more about this. He had a meticulous eye for detail, which means that every product that he designed or he created, he's very particular about every single detail. And he surrounded himself with like-minded people to follow his lead. So what this means is that he only surrounded himself with people who think alike like him. So that is Steve Jobs. So the reason and example. So number one, he was reluctant to delegate. So what is the meaning of delegate? So delegation is commonly defined as shifting authority and responsibility for particular functions, tasks, or decisions from one person. It is actually usually a leader or a manager to another. So it's like someone who has a higher position to have this one. So he wanted to be interwoven in every tiny fiber that formed the backbone of his company. So basically, he is the founder of Apple. So that's why. And he is always driving it forward and remaining at the forefront of every venture. So a very famous quote by Steve Jobs, which I included here, is that it doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We hire smart people so they can tell us what to do. All right. So next, I will pass it to Eugene.
Okay, my name is Eugene. Now I share the reason and example of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was reluctant to delegate. He wanted to be the interwoven in every tiny fiber that formed the backbone of his company. And also, he liked to drive it forward and remaining at the front of every new venture. The second is Steve Jobs knew that creative is just connecting things. He realized all the innovation boiled down is the simple act of putting down two unlikely ideas together to create something new. For example, USP for Apple is the calligraphy and design, and amalgamated it with his passion for technology. Habit is the idea of online property retail is not new but combine that idea with an attractive user interface. Easy to use platform and internet rating system is revolutionary. But for the problem of the earlier Apple smartphone was that their technology was bulky and unattractive. The third is his found the balance between empower his staff and leading. He knew that the how to innovate personally and was not afraid of lazy. As a CEO or leader can be expected to perform every role that need to filling. He was a master at both leading by example. Empower and inspire his staff to complete stuff on their own. He was a role model for his workforce by demonstrating character characteristic he wished to see them displayed, like his meticulous and attention to detail. He always checked up on his staff member and chipping in new ideas. For the third is he wasn't afraid to think different. He liked to be different against the status quo. He liked to social and willingness to step outside the box was perhaps one of the key factors. He liked to provide something new that hasn't been seen before. Then, for the high proactive, the desire to pursue the achievement of excellence in activity acknowledged by others as important for status in the community. Steve Jobs was a proactive and thrived on setting goals and hardworking. He was determined, ambitious, self-motivated, energetic, and enterprise spearheading companies like Apple, Next, and Pixar.
Hi, my name is Niranjana and I'm going to talk about Steve Jobs' behavior line chart. Steve Jobs has high dominance. He has the desire to take control whenever and wherever possible. He was once a leader who needed to be in charge and has a reputation for being a tyrannical micromanager. He was strong, forthright, determined, and able to influence others, and he moved very quickly as well as liked to be in charge. He once quoted, "It's really hard to design products by focus groups. A lot of times people don't know what they want until you show it to them." His next behavior line chart is high criticality. He has the desire to be critical of people and things and to pick them apart in great detail. Steve Jobs was constantly evaluating ideas and looking for ways to make technology better. He had an eye for detail, was conscientious, and would often poke holes in poorly true, though truer ideas, products, and opinions. His other notable traits are high order, low support, low submissiveness, high self-confidence, and low mentoring. Right now, I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship skills. There are many ways. First is stay focused and prioritize ruthlessly. Basically, it is to have a vision of your ideas and we have to list out our goals and prioritize our stuff. The second one is keep it simple. We have to directly go to a problem and question why it exists in the first place and think of the least effort that we can manage to solve the problem. Third, we have to have strong will, like how Steve Jobs imposed his own vision of reality. We have to be impulsive but don't lose touch with our vision. We have to analyze the future prospect of our passion and work accordingly. Once we achieve these 2 pointers, we have to stick to our goals and never give up. The fourth, marketing is everything. We have to work on our communication skills and connect with people and practice making the process smooth. The fifth, we have to think differently and pay attention to details. We have to work on details, watch, study, refine, and sell. The last one is quality over quantity. We have to have faith in our ideas and take risks. That's all from me. Thank you. I'm going to pass it to Tan Sihang.
Hi, I'm Sinhang. So next I'll be talking about Jack Ma leadership styles. So according to our research, his leadership style is more to the moral leadership style. He uses ethical approach to his own business. He believes that doing the right thing is more important than making profit from your business. Third, although he doesn't know the best way to run a business, but he believes that one thing for sure is that using the empire mindset is a wrong thing to do. In his opinion, a business is like you help me and I help you. So in the end, everyone is connected like an ecosystem. Fourth, he prioritizes his companies over his own pride, which is why he believes that his employees don't work for him. Instead, they work together with him towards a common goal. Fifth, he thinks that we should not pursue size and power, as kindness is the strongest power you can possess. So let's see next. His essential behavior is that Jack Ma value attitudes. Why we say so? It's because Jack Ma claims that the biggest mistake he ever made in running his business is telling his team that the highest position they could be promoted to is managers. and the executives should be hired from the outside. And now he has learned his lesson, so he values attitude and passion in his employee more than theoretical skills. Second, Jack Ma unites people under a single goal. He believed that 30% of the people will never believe in you, so don't let your colleagues or your employees to work for you. Instead, let them work towards a common goal. Third, he has foresight. Jack Ma has the ability to look into the future and stay one step ahead of the competition. Then he anticipates how decision will play out and plan ahead. In my opinion, this is a really important thing to do as a leader, as this can help our team to always stay on the advantageous side. Next, he hires people with superior skills. So he believed that being able to find and hire people who add values to your business is integral to a successful business. This is also uh, evidence of him being humble. He said that your employees should have superior technical skills than you. Fifth, he's tenacious. He said that knowing what you want to achieve is only half the battle. A leader should be tenacious, which is having the drive to chase what they want. Being tenacious not only helps you to be successful, but it will inspire your employees and others to work hard too. So next, I'll pass the session to Ting Yu. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Lim Ting Yu and I will continue the essential behaviors. He defines failure as giving up. As Jack Ma said, giving up is the greatest failure. Perseverance and learning from your mistakes are the keys to success. Failure is how we can learn the most from obstacles and hardships. Next, he loves life. Making and having money is not Jack Ma's main goal. He believes that we are not born to work non-stop and should learn to enjoy other facets of life and have a more balanced lifestyle. Next, he does not make enemies. Jack Ma believes in friendly competitions and does not treat his competitors as his enemies. He chooses to see his competitors as friends he can learn from and challenge him to achieve his full potential. Next, the entrepreneurship skills of Jack Ma is transformation management skills. Jack Ma has the capacity to comprehend change management, which helped his company to success. He began modifying the process as he was establishing a new business. He thinks that everyone should embrace change and that is the best course of action. By creating Alibaba, he became successful. Next, positivity. He knows how to remain positive in any circumstance, and this skill made him one of the most successful leaders in the world. He had to face a lot of rejections in an early age. He applied to Harvard University but was rejected 10 times. Alibaba was not an instant success and he faced a lot of difficulties while starting his business. Okay, that's all for our presentation. Thank you.